What a fantastic day to pump some iron. Here we are back at Dino's gym again. I'm just going to show you 3 forgotten back exercises. Well, 3 exercises I don't see very often in this gym. You let me know if you see it in your gym. But these 3 exercises in particular. And the second one, by a Brummie, did he invent it? You let me know if he invented it, but it's not, oh no, I'm not even going to tell you the name. So that's the second exercise. And the last exercise, well, you'll have to wait. But yeah, 3 exercises you just don't see in the gym anymore for back. Here we go with the first one. Crossbench pullovers. Now some say it's for triceps, some say it's for back. I'm going to say it's for back today. You guys let me know what you think. Here we go. Main thing is keep your hips low. Have your hands across the dumbbell like that. Hips low. And then from there, stretch it back, right about. Just feel the first couple out. Then 1. Keep your hips low throughout. Then what you've got to do then, when you get to there, you've got to pull with your lats there, not with your arms. Your hands are just levers. That's all your hands are, just levers. So from there to there, work it down, and then pull with your lats, and pull with your lats. So it's 1 and 2. Keep your hips low, and 3. Let's get some weight on. Let's see if I can feel it a little bit more. This is an exercise we did in the 60s and 70s. You've seen it religiously because we didn't have a lot of kits, so all we had was a bench and a few dumbbells, so we had to make do. But in the Joe Weider magazines, you see people like Arnold doing crossbench pullovers. You see Serge Nubret doing pullovers, and Franco Columbo, all those guys. So yeah, why wouldn't we try it? But we was always told that it was going to stretch your rib cage, so it'd give it a bigger chest. That's what we was told. And you'd see guys back in the day balancing pints of beer on the chest, doing all this type of things at exhibitions. You go to a bodybuilding show, and in the interval, you'd have an exhibition of a guy bending some bar through his mouth like that, or somebody ripping up the yellow pages, a telephone book if you don't know what that is. And then you'd have guys balancing pints of beer on the chest, and they always said that doing crossbench pullover expanded your rib cage. I find that hard to believe, but you let me know. But yeah, so I'll do one more set, a heavier set, and I'll see if I can feel it on my lats or on my triceps. Right then, let's get a bit heavier weight. Got a weight what's a little bit spicy, you know, one of the old 35-pounders there. Like I said, this is all for demonstration purposes because I want to show you guys and girls out there 3 exercises I just don't see. And also, the ones with 3 exercises which cause a bit of controversy because the jury's out on an exercise like this. Does it expand your rib cage? Does it work your lats? Does it work your triceps? So hips low. Balance that on my chest. My hands, my thumbs go like that. So let me just show you. My thumbs will be that either side of the dumbbell like that. Balance my shoulders on the top. And then from there, stretch it back. And then pull my lats 1. Get yourself in the right position, keep your arms bent. 2. And 3. That's it, I can work it down a little bit more this time. And 4. And 5, keep my arms bent all the way through. I'm not straight in at the top, so they involve the triceps. There we go. Hips low. There we go. So I'm trying to imagine I'm pulling with my lats, not my arms, my lats. I'm pulling there with my lats all the way through. I'm pulling with my lats, not my hands. Here we go. Pulling with my lats. So I'm resisting on the way down. Always use the negative. And pull up. Let's have 2. Now we'd normally put this last in either our chest or our back workout because we were never sure. And pull it back up. Oh, fucking up. The hardest part's going up after the exercise, so there we go, that's the first exercise. Crossbench pullovers. Let me know if you think it's for back or it's for chest or triceps, let me know. I'm just going to show you one more set. I'll show it from this side this time. So a quick chat with one of the members there, just helping him out with a little bit of form on some arm curls, but I'll just do it from this side here. I'll take my cap off actually, so I get more of a stretch. So my hands are there, I don't know what you can see there from that angle, but hands are there. And now get my shoulders back, firmly back, get my ass down, hips down, and then pull it right back. Now I'm not the most flexible of dudes. And once you've hit the dumbbell on your head a few times like that there, you'll soon know if you're in the right position. Because if you keep just hitting yourself on the head all the way through the movement, you'd have to be a dickhead. 1. There we go, 2. So just do 10. So I'm dropping it there, look. And I'm there. My elbows are bent all the way through, but mine are fucking bent anyway, so that's good for this exercise. Into there, look. Okay? So pulling with my lats. I'm pulling with my lats, not my arms. I'm pulling with my lats. Okay? I can feel the stretch, the contraction. The stretch and the contraction. You'll notice I'm resisting the weight on the way down. If you ever get stuck, just let the dumbbell go and drop slowly behind you. Okay? There we go. What a great exercise. Whoa. You know, you'll see some videos. There's one on the wall somewhere. See a guy with a monstrous weight, but yeah, it's a feel thing, that exercise. And where can I feel it? I can definitely feel it on my lats. Can't feel it on my triceps because my elbows were bent all the way through. Woo. And as we like a little bit of a quiz while we're training. Who's that? Who's that? Another Olympian. Who's that there then? Right, next exercise. The next exercise I'm doing is the DY row. The DY row, yes, invented by my good friend Dorian Yates up the road in Birmingham, but now he's moved to Marbella. He's far too posh for me. Anyway, so I always write my routine out. You probably can't see it because it's a bit fading, and it even got thrown in the bin because I left it lying around while I went to get some stock earlier. Right, so I'm just going to set up the DY row. I've had a little warm up, got the groove. Hopefully it'll get me all in there. You don't need to see a lot, so I'll just make sure the barbell's in there. There we go. Now most barbell rows were always overhand grip. You can't actually see it, but I'm going to show you from a different angle. Overhand grip, but we're going to do underhand grip, and it's this movement here. I'll do it slightly stand up first. It's that movement there. So as I said in my previous back routine, back is all that. Wherever possible, make sure you use underhand grip, and it's all that. Okay. If I'm out of frame, I'll move the camera around to the next set. So I've warmed up a little bit, so I should be all right. You've got to watch your biceps on this, especially if they're massive like mine. Now this here, I'm sorry to get sidetracked. This disc here, it's one of the old weeder ones, and it's yellow. Very, very rare weight. Those are very rare weight. If you don't know that name Weeder, then you should be ashamed of yourself, because if it weren't for Joe Weeder, none of us would be training now. He didn't invent bodybuilding. He made it more mainstream. We got these guys and girls on the TV here, a lot of money that they deserve for all their hard work and training. And the Mr. Olympia's still going there, thanks to Joe Weeder and Ben Weeder, his brother. Way ahead of their time. Marketing geniuses, marketing geniuses. I followed every Weeder principle. I bought every Weeder protein powder as well. So, right now, I haven't got a belt on, so I'm not going to go heavy. I've had a couple of 3 plates back in the day in using this, so I'm just going to take the bar off. First thing I'm going to do, that's your normal straighten up look. I'm going to bend my knees, on into there. Now I've got my back arched, and then from there, I'll pull it into my waist. From there, into my waist. Even this way, so I can feel my lats and getting engaged. So from there, contract, stretch, contract, and stretch. I'm looking up, my chest is out. I'm looking up, my chest is out. My elbows are in tight. Okay, my elbows are in tight. Okay, so from there to there. You can't go any further than your knees because you've arched your back. So from there, 2, and 3, and 4. Whew, there we go. Just make sure that when you're doing this, you wear a belt, okay? I'm only doing it for demonstration purposes. I'm going to do 1 more or 2 more, just from different angles so you can see the technique right. But this will get you great thickness on your back. Great thickness on your back. And after this exercise, I'll show you an exercise we definitely don't see anymore. Hopefully you use the same bar as well, but I'm going to show you from the back. Not you need to see my ass, but hopefully you'll see my elbows and the way I've got my body, and then I'll try one from the front for you. So I'm gripping the bar, shoulder width. So when I come back, I can adjust it if I need to. So I'm taking it off the rack, straight up there. I'm bending down, then I'm dragging it up my thighs. 1, to get my hands in tighter, and 2. If you don't feel it, you adjust. 4, and 4. I'm looking up, 5. I'm arching my back all the way through this. My shoulders and my upper body is staying in the same position. There we go. If you stay in the same position, you will not drop it any lower than your knees. And 2, 1, hey, and cheek 1, hey, and 2, and stand up with it, then drop it on the rack. Whew. Takes it out of you, that does. I'll show you one more way from the front, so you know exactly what you're doing, okay? Oh God, that knocks it out of you. Yeah, the DIY row. A great, great exercise. Right, just for demonstration purposes, now I'm just going to show you front on. You can see I've took it off the back stand there, and we've got a beautiful little stand here. This is for demonstration purposes to show you front on. So you've got, you know, from the side, from the back and the front, exactly where you should be. Okay, so hands quite close, so they drag up. You want them to drag up there. You don't want them out here, you want them dragging up your shirt, okay? So it's from there, you'll see me dragging it from there and up and up. It's only a small movement, but back, if you're training back right in that position, it's only a small movement, as I said on my other routine. Okay, so closest grip. When you're grabbing this bar, just give it the respect it deserves, because it'll snap your back otherwise, especially if you haven't got a belt on like me, the idiot. Here we go. So from there, look, I'm going to take it off there. I'm going to drag it down my thighs, heads up, 1 and 2. It's only a small movement, look. See, look, can't go any further than that. 3, and I'm pulling it right into my waist here, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, I'm slow, and 9, and 10, I'm doing 2, 11, one more, and 12, and then drop it back on the rack. Whew. Oh man. Now hopefully, after seeing me demonstrate the DIY row in 3 different positions there, you should be fully aware of where your hands, your hips, your chest, and what position they should be in, okay? Man of breath. But yeah, back does take it out of you. I've got to be honest. If I'm going to be truthful, back's as hard as legs for your breath. It really is. Yeah. Picture of Dorian here, look at that. He'll hate me for showing you that. There's Dorian there, look at that. One of his first adverts. Yeah, look at that. Some of the old stars up there, look. Brilliant, mate. Me and CT at the top there, look. Anyway, there's an old one of me in my show suit there. Right then, the next exercise, an absolute killer for back, an absolute killer. The next exercise, they call it the Penderlay row now. I mean, we just called it bent over row, that's what we called it, but back in the day, you do it off a bench. So you see guys standing on the bench like that, but I certainly ain't going to be doing that today. That would be a recipe for disaster. But what I'm going to do, and what we did do, we got an old block here at Dino's, look. Block of wood here. Drop that. And in the gyms back in the day, there was always a block of wood knocking around for different reasons. But to lift up the bench so we had an incline, because we only had normally flat benches. Let's make sure we're all in. There we go. So what I'm going to do, stand on there. And then instead of just doing it from there, this time I'm going to be doing it off the floor. I'm going to pull it up, hopefully. Shoulder width grip. I'll try it from a different angle in a minute. Okay. So take it off there. There we go. Now I'm on. Okay. I'm nice and stable. And then from there, I'm going to take it almost to the floor, look, so I can go a bit further than I normally do. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. I keep my knees slightly bent, and 6. I can't straighten my arms. We all know fucking why. And from there, look, so I'm going further than the floor would be stopping me normally, so I've got a little bit more of a stretch. There we go. Oh man. And then with back. just like legs. It really takes it out, it really does. So we'll just try that from a different angle. Here we go. I'll let that 10, 20 seconds rest. As you can see, the time it's took to set this up. So what I'm thinking now, I'm already visualising it. So from there, weights are almost going to be touching the floor into there. 1 and 2. I mean, I can feel it on my lats just doing that, let alone with the weight on. Right, then here we go. Same, another exercise to pack on the mass. I'm going to stand on this piece of wood, and that way, it's just going to give me that much extra at the bottom to get that stretch. Okay? So I'm having my hands quite close. So when I have my hands close, so when I pull it up, I'm pulling it in tight. Okay, I don't want my hands out there. Some of you guys might have a wide grip. Let me know if you prefer it wide grip. Okay? So when I'm taking this off, I'm keeping my back straight. Right, I'm locked out. I'm getting my head in the position, my head, thinking now, the position I should be in, my body, okay? So I'm there, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Elbows a bit tight, that's 6. Use the mirror. 7. The mirror will tell you if you're doing it wrong. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 2. 1 more. There we go. Fucking hell. Like I said earlier, nothing takes it out of you like a good back workout. Nothing at all. Even demonstrating it like this, because you're bent over and you can't get the air in. Fucking hell, I'm gasping. Let's show you one more set. So from there, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now obviously you can start with a barbell on the floor, but fuck that. I can't talk. 1. I'm pulling it into my waist. Slow down the way down. Then I've got 2, 1, and 2, and 1 more. Holy mother of fucking God. Holy mother of fucking God. Oh. So you let me know if you've done the bent over row like that, or the pendulum row, as they call it. Holy mother of fucking God. So, just to reiterate, done the pullover to expand your rib cage, work your lats or your triceps, whatever you're going to tell me. We've done the do-why row, great for packing on that thick, deep muscle in your back, slabs of muscle. And the bent over row, or the Penderlay row as you guys call it. I'm just going to show you a machine now. I wasn't going to show you. In fact, no. I'll just show you, I'll show you one more machine you won't see anywhere else, I don't think. Some guys in the States are probably going to send me one now. It's an original Polaris row machine. It's a fabulous, and there's a great story behind it, I'll tell you in a minute. Woo! Here we go. So finally, this little beauty, she's absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look, the sign on there, the original Polaris, look. Polaris back machine, great, only 1-inch steel. There's some handles on there, which I'm going to tell you the story about why I'm using it. It's one of those stacks where the peg only goes halfway in, which is annoying. And the same again, the adjuster's now just a peg, because over the years, all the holes there, I'll show you the holes, if I move this back, they've all become a little bit, what's to say, rounded, so we've just got a peg there what keeps it in. A couple of little rollers, which I don't use, and it pivots there, look. And it's very basic, but it works, and it works very, very well, very well. There's normally a poster in front of the wall there. We've just had it quickly painted, but they'll be back up there before you know it. So I'm just going to take you through a set. Let's get it set up first. There we go. And I got to be honest, I was always one of these guys where I'd always adjust the seat pads to just get and the seat height, to get different feeling. So in my head, I was getting a different part of the back. So I'll just move that from the front so you can see even better. Let's just make it a bit higher so you can see the handles a bit more. There we go, look. So I'll keep the same weight on. So let me tell you about the handles when I lean over and grab them. So these handles here and those handles there, they were on my son's rally grifter. And these had originally sponge handles on there.
And obviously as they sweat and the machine gets used and used and used, then they wear out and decay and fall apart and get ripped off. And it's a horrible feeling when you've got a little bit of rubber and then a little bit of foam on there and a little bit of metal. It doesn't feel right. So what I did, I went in the garage and without his mum knowing and him knowing, and I pulled the handles off his rally grifter, and he must have had a couple of spare ones or off something else. I think the other two were off my lawnmower, if I'm going to be right, truthful. And I pulled them off, and I was in the garage for this machine, and he caught me. And I said, don't say anything to your mum. Seconds later, Mum, Dad's took the handles off. And he did say that. And I got myself in a little bit of trouble. She never spoke to me for a few days. But then again, some of you guys and girls who are married, that's a good thing. So, but I prefer to use, not the handles actually, the inside grip. But I'll show you the handles on the last set. So I've adjusted the seat now. So my chest is out and I've arched my back all the way through. So from there, I'm arching my back all the way through. 1 and 2 and 3. My elbows are in tight to my t-shirt, and I'm stretching and I'm contracting. I'm stretching and I'm contracting. I'm stretching and I'm contracting. Here we go. 1 and 2 and squeeze, and it's slow. And squeeze and slow. And squeeze and slow. And visualise your lats popping. Can you feel the stretch there? And can you feel a contraction there? And slow the negative, slow the negative. And 3. Is the 1. Slow, slow, slow. Is the 2. And 1 more. And slow, 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 slow. Because people often say to me, what's the best free weights or machines? There's a place for both. With a machine like this, you can over-exaggerate the negative. You can't if you're doing a barbell row, because it'll rip your head off. Holy mother of God. 1 more set, I'll put a plate on, and that'll be me done. But this is a great, great, great machine, it is. And I don't know what year it must be, I don't know, 80 something, I know it is. I know it's 80 something. Let's stick that in the corner. Now I can't see this here, so hopefully you're going to get me in. If you don't get me in, doesn't matter too much, does it? Let's pull it out a little bit. There we go. Should be able to get me in on that. There we go. Right then, hopefully you can see me on this one. I'm just going to adjust the weights. Going to put another plate on. If you can't see my beautiful face, I apologise. For those of you who don't want to see it, then congratulations. Look at that beautiful pivot point there. Look at that. So basic, just basic. You know, this machine has built champions, literally. Champions and champions have been on this machine. They really have. And why would you change it? Why would you change it? I've stuck a couple of plates on there, so this should be a bit spicy. I'm going to pull this out a little bit more. Okay. So what we'll do now together, get 1 more set in, okay? Here we go. There we go. So from there, I'm arching my back, my chest is out, and I keep that in the same position. 1 and 2. Oh, it's the spot really well. And 4. When you're at Dino's, make sure you come and use this machine. Treat it with respect, because she's old. Let's have 4. I'm squeezing there, I'm stretching my lats there. I'm squeezing my lats there, I'm stretching them there. I'm squeezing them there, and I'm stretching them there. Now we've got 2. Oh, I'm controlling the legacy. It's burning like fuck. Do a couple of Sulex. Oh, sorry about that. Slipped out of my hands. Holy mother of God. Practice what you preach, do you know, you knobber? Oh man, holy fucking God. Yeah, so, as I said, some of the greats have been in here. Let's have a little look on the wall. There's Sulek chatting rubbish to me.
Only the big guys trying today.
There we go, look. Nice, mate, nice. Johnny Jackson at the top. Nice, mate. Oh, Gus. Yates up there, look. Me and CT. Great. There we go, so that's 4 or 5 exercises you just don't see anymore. So we started with, oh my God, the pullover. Tell me if it's expanding a rib cage, who knows, and you can balance a pint of beer on your chest. Then we went from there to the DY row, what Doran invented, I can't remember what that was, in the 90s. So we went from the conventional way there to reverse grip. Let me know what you feel about that. Make sure you get your body in the right position. And from there to the Penderlay row, as we called it, the bent over row. And then from there to this fabulous Polaris back machine with an underhand grip. Yeah, so let me know, see what you think. And of course, make sure you put your weights away when you finish. Don't leave them out for somebody else to trip over or do your dirty work. If you're big enough to pick the weights up, you're big enough to put them back. I'm right over here now on the other side of the gym, but you can hear this. What a great sound. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a little quiz before we go. You tell me who that is. Who's that? For 10 points, who is that? Top left-hand corner. Some of the greats on the wall there. Who's that? This is Dino for Dino's Gym TV. We're out of here. That's a fucking set. Yeah.